here with Coach Hampton, defensive coordinator. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for being here today.
Man, how was your summer?
Man, our summer was fast. It seems like it goes faster and faster every year. But got to spend a little family time, got to run up and see my folks up in Illinois, and really enjoy being around my wife and our two daughters. It's kind of the last summer we're all together as my oldest daughter transitioned into college. So it was a great summer. Our kids did a great job here, but seems like the summer gets faster and faster every single year.
Well, this year it's probably a little bit faster just because of the fact of the matter that you're here. You were settled. Last year you were still bringing your family down, moving, getting the house sold and whatnot. So I'm assuming that this summer and this off season it felt probably a whole lot better than last year.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to transition to Pine Tree last spring, and really for 12 months it was like drinking out of a fire hose. You know, you're just trying to buy a house, sell a house, invest in kids, build relationships. Heading into year two, we feel a whole lot more comfortable. We're settled. We've built relationships. We've identified strengths that our kids can do. And in year two, our kids really understand the system a whole lot more. Our coaches understand the system. So it started to slow down for us. So we're real encouraged heading into the preseason.
Coach, I was curious, how much does a coach think about football during the summer? You know, like whenever you're going to Illinois, are you just sitting there thinking about football, or how, you know, is it easy to turn off and turn back on?
You know, this is my 23rd year doing it, so you know you got to have some sort of balance back and forth. You know, everybody's a little different. Technology's much different than it was when I first got into this profession. A lot of guys are able to do a lot of work at home and some things like that. For me, when I'm home, I try to be home. You know, I try to not, be working on football a whole lot. I like to be where my feet are. That being said, you spend a lot of time in the office. You know, we talk here about having a growth mindset within our athletic department. So anytime you travel, you know, you're listening to podcasts, you're listening to books on tape, and a couple of those things to pass the time. But really and truthfully, your mind's always thinking about this upcoming year because it's such a critical year for us at Pine Tree. And you have some time where you can shut it off for 12, maybe 13 hours. But immediately when those eyes find back open the next morning, you got to show up and go to work and find a way to help your kids win a football game.
Yeah, you talk about drawing inspiration from, audiobooks, podcasts, books, and whatnot. I've seen your office. You know, you got tons of books up there, and books that some of them I've read, some of them I think I would like to read. What's a coach that kind of off the top of your head that, you really pull a lot from?
I really like to study who's doing it at the highest level right now, and then see how you can see how you can apply it to where you're at. I think what Coach Smart and those guys are doing at Georgia is really outstanding. I've always been a big believer in the things that Coach Saban does and try to apply them, being process-oriented that way. My father-in-law was a really good coach here down in the state of Texas, and every year I reread some things that he left to me when he passed. And so those are guys that I really pull from. Randy Jackson and Coach Holder have kind of created this elite coaches mastermind opportunity that we have to that we can listen to and study here at Pine Tree, and that's been good. I really like to start my day with the Success Hotline, which is about a 3-minute deal that kind of sparks you and gets you going on that kind of thing. So those are some things that you try to learn and grow from. And we got really good coaches on this campus that you can grow from and watch, and I like to visit with them and other sports and see how they're doing things and how they are building their program, and just constantly trying to find out a better way to do the things that you're doing.
Talk to me about your time here at Pine Tree, Coach. I know last year you were a little bit in awe of how, kind of close-knit we all were and whatnot, from year one to year two. I mean, what else has kind of stood out to you?
Yeah, Pine Tree is a special place. I've been in a lot of different places in a lot of different states, and what makes Pine Tree unique is the people at Pine Tree, and that starts with our leadership from Mr. Cluxton all the way down through our admin team and Coach Holder's vision for this athletic department. It's very unique when you go to a softball game and you see 5 or 6 coaches there. You go to a basketball game and Coach Hale's guys are out there playing, and you look up in the stands and 5 or 6 guys are there. At other places you've been, that's not always been the case. You go to a soccer game and, Coach Rockwell's not going to miss one of your soccer games, It's like, and, so that's different, What makes Pine Tree a special place are the people at Pine Tree, and I'm very fortunate to be a part of it.
When it comes to being at Pine Tree, Coach, what do you think going into your second year? Where do you feel like some improvements are going to be able to be made on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, no doubt we got to play better defense, and that starts with me. I got to do a better job. Our kids have worked extremely hard from November till now to put themselves in position. We're a year faster. We're a year bigger. We're a year more of understanding the system. And I challenge our kids real simply to say it like this. A lot of times when you look at that schedule at Pine Tree, you're going to make either a W or an L. Right now where we're at as a program, there's a lot of teams making a W right there, correct? So what we got to do is either prove them right or prove them wrong. We have really good players here. They've worked really hard. I believe in our coaching staff, and I love our plan. Our job is to either prove them right, that Pine Tree's got soft kids and not going to win football games, or prove them wrong. And I believe we can prove them wrong because the kids that are walking around in our facility, because I know how hard they work. I see how hard our coaches sacrifice and the things that we're doing. And it's going to be a great year for the Pirates.
Well, I'm excited to hear that, and I know that the fans are going to be excited to hear that as well. You know, one thing you said, they started working as soon as November was here last year, and that's a testament to the team even that was here last year, because they fought hard every single game. They took it on a chin a little bit, but at the same time, I mean, the White House game, right? That game they never let up, and I honestly thought we were going to come back that game. Lindell was the same, and we saw that throughout the season. So to see that this team was able to carry that hard into the offseason, I think is just it's going to add to what they're going to be able to accomplish this season.
You're exactly right. You know, you are what your record says you are. And right now I'm a 2-8 football coach, and I talk to the staff about that. We talk to our kids about that. You can't hide from that. Because you look back through that year last year, from the beginning to the end, we changed. We started playing a different brand of football. Coach Bachman really had our kids bought into playing a physical, tough, hard-nosed brand of football. And at the end of the year, we played our best football in all three phases. And now we have taken that momentum. We've built off it in the offseason with, lifting 4 and 5 days a week, guys putting on 15 to 16 pounds. Coach Ellis has done a tremendous job getting our kids prepared for this season. So, moving forward, we have some momentum. But it is time for Pine Tree to take that step now and go out and do the things that we need to do to be successful. And for us defensively, that comes down to forcing turnovers. That comes down to getting critical third and fourth down stops. For us on offense, that comes down to Coach Bach talks about taking care of the football. He talks about being physical and winning the line of scrimmage, and that's the kind of program we're going to be. And we got a shot to do it. We got to do a good job playing. We got to do a good job coaching. And it's going to happen around here.
Well, Coach, talk to me about Get Six. That's a big deal with the defense and whatnot.
Yeah, you can have a lot of goals. You can have a lot of things. And I can remember being a player and looking up there, and we got 17 goals we're trying to obtain. Well, that's kind of tough to do. I'm not smart enough to count 17 a lot of times, so we're going to focus on just a couple of things here. And we try to add it up, and if we get 6 of them, for 4 or 5 years we've been doing this in 3 different programs, we win 94% of our game. So if I could tell you in soccer, if you simply did this right here, you'd win 94% of your game, you'd be all in, right?
I'd be all in on
So
it.
for us, it's real simple. The first one is 3 downs and out. To do that, you got to play great on first down. Now all of a sudden it gets to third down. That's our money down. Now all of a sudden you got to make a play and win the one-on-one. Football is the ultimate team game, but it comes down to, man, somebody's got to win the one-on-one. So the first one on that is 3 downs and out. The second one is turnovers. We talk about the ball being worth $1 million. We want to take it away any way we can. Interception, stripping it away, scooping and scoring it, take it away from the quarterback. However we can take the ball back. If I threw $1 million down here on the table, us 3 dudes are fixing to fist fight to see who comes out with it. That's the mentality I want those kids to play with. The third one, we talk about 4th down stops. 4th down stops come in at 2 situations in football. One, it's a close game and they're taking a chance to create momentum or field position. The second one is they're behind. You got a chance to really kill their will and take the ball away to your offense and put them away. So 4th down stops are critical. We lost some football games last year on 4th down. The final one is score. If you're going to be a great defense, your goal is to be the number 1 defense in the state of Texas, then you've got to score. And we practice that every single week. I feel like we played defense here 4 times last year out of 11 really well. Put ourselves in position to win. The games that we did not, we weren't even close on Get 6. We played really well in the scrimmage, got 7 or 8. Played really good against Nacogdoches, we get 8, we win the game. Played really well late in the year against Texas High, get it, don't win the game. But if you can find something your kids can focus on and you can practice it every single day, the coaches can enforce it every single day, and then you can tell those kids, look, 94% of the time, you're going to win. That's a high buy-in. You know, so that's where we're at on getting 6.
Well, Coach, I'm bought in. I don't know. After that, I'm fired up.
All the way, man. All the way. I like it. I like it.
Coach, good luck this season. We appreciate you being here with us today, and we're excited to see this rowdy defense you're going to have on the field.
Well, I appreciate you guys making this a neat deal here on Media Day and making it first class for our coaches and our players. They're not doing things like this at a lot of places around the state, and I appreciate you guys doing what you do.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.